And hello and welcome back to Something Else to Mess With. I'm Josh.
I'm Chelle.
There we go.
Someone, something else to mess with.
Yeah,
Someone.
something else. It's been,
It's been something else.
we tried to do this last week and my dumbass was in the wrong settings, so we never recorded. So
Yeah, we were just shooting the shit.
we were shooting this shit for 2 hours. Like, it felt like 2 hours. But this time I got the red dots and everything. We are good.
Oh, I can see the live now.
Can you see the live? Beautiful. Beautiful. All right. So, yep. So it has been a minute since we released anything. And I went looking and we kind of lost it all as far as I can see. So we're starting anew. We're keeping the name. A little bit of a different format than what we were previously doing. Well, this is going to be a little bit more laid back, chill, stoners doing stoner shit.
Yeah.
That's what this is. So, but before I hit the button, me and Chelle were talking about nicotine disposables, and I've said it because I still work in the industry. Chelle's out of the industry. I'm like, I tell customers, it's gone full circle. The disposables are now replicating mods.
This is marijuana's, but yeah.
You get what you like. If you look at the disposables nowadays, they're looking like mini box mods.
Granted, where I live, I don't have a choice. Getting flavors is a pain in the ass. And I will not vape menthol or tobacco. But there are a couple places that we have found that you can get legit flavored disposables because getting clones are very dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
So if you live in a state where flavors are banned, if you can get a flavor, be very careful where you get them. But if you live in a state like where Josh lives and you're just being lazy, I'm sorry. But if you can, let me rephrase that. If you have the ability to get flavors in an actual vape and you just choose to get Saltnik, why?
Right.
I live in a banned state where I have okay, so
yeah, and I tell customers this. I'm like,
I'll show you the difference.
people here take flavors and shit for granted, and
So
I'm like, it's not always going to be here. It won't be.
You're going to think I have a problem, but I just don't go through disposable vapes, okay? I end up giving them away. Here's your basic disposable. Doesn't have a screen.
Was that
Doesn't have a screen. This is how they should be, in my opinion. Doesn't have a screen.
Those are your standard. Those were original. Well,
yes. In my opinion,
disposables have come a long way in 2 years.
This is how they should be, right? No screen. This is just remnants left over. I end up giving them to Erica because she runs out of hers, my friend, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then we upgrade to the Geek Bar. Okay, I kind of like these. They're non-interactive. I do kind of like them because you can see the battery. I do not like that there's a slit thing on the bottom. You can change it to boost mode, whatever. That's a little much. I do like it's Type-C. We can fast charge it. I do like you can see the battery so you know when it's charged. I do like that feature. But then they take this next one too far. So this is one like this. So watch this. Well, I did get this closer where I don't have to drive so far. So this is where they take this shit too far. Now watch. Adjustable watch. 12, 14, 16, 28. This is boost. 24, 26, 28. Now you're making it too customizable. Honestly, I've had this one, going on 3 months?
I think you said 3 months last week.
My friend's hers barely last a week. I did quit for 8 months. I went back to it's stupid. But Listen.
Like I said, I still work at a shop. I see people go through a disposable in 3 days. I
5%.
and I get it when they come in and say, "Well, I lost it or somebody took it." I
And
get
then
that.
they look at
But
this.
when
Watch,
you're going through
watch.
a
You see this too,
15,000 puff disposable
Josh? Look at
in 3
this.
days,
The
yeah.
aesthetic too. There's also an added aesthetic.
Oh, that's okay.
You can't tell me that doesn't appeal to kids.
It's not so much kids. It's just
That's gonna
they're
and now
turning
vaping
that they're going back into this type
kids
of.
and
How
it's
does this appeal to
availability
kids?
and easy and you know how many teenagers I knew that in high school they had the box mods too.
I
It
get
doesn't
it,
really
and
matter.
honestly, and I'll say it, I'd rather have kids do this than smoke cigarettes.
Yeah, what's the
One
greater
hundred
evil?
percent, 100% of that.
When Massachusetts was going, when I was going in all the hearings and stuff, and we were bringing up what's the greater of the two evils at the end of the day. And the more you say something is bad,
The
the
more
more the kids are
they're
going to
going to
want
want
to
to
do
do
it.
it.
You keep saying Juul is bad. Well, it's crazy because now Juul is
I
dying
just saw
out.
somebody still using a Joel the other day, and I'm like, how are you still
Guess
on
what?
these? Like, how? Like,
Guess what? Juul is dying out because
that's taking over.
Yes. I'm an adult. I'm 38 years old. If I
And
want to vape a flavored
I'm gonna
disposable,
be
that's what the
honest.
hell I'm gonna do.
We're gonna see big tobacco starting to get into it. They're starting to get into the disposable market a little bit.
And for example, now that you've seen me hit 4 different ones numerous times, I'm going to give you an example. I have a bit of a headache and I'm a little shaky. These kids have never smoked cigarettes. They go from, and they'll sit there and hit him 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 and hit, not just kids and then old, it, it, it's unhealthy.
Yeah.
That's why I can't sit here and constantly hit it. It's not healthy.
No, they're with how much nicotine is in those, it's your body. Your body you can't
Like
take that much nicotine.
on this card, right, that it comes with.
You need to figure out how many milliliters are in that, and then you got to do the math.
You know what? I don't even think it says on here. It's supposed to say 5. Not even anywhere does it say 5%. My eyes are getting older. I don't even think.
Welcome to getting old.
I know. No, but no, it's supposed to say 5%. And that wordplay with salt nicotine is let's say 5%. That's wordplay
5%.
for 50 milligrams.
Yeah.
Look
People
at
don't
this.
understand. Oh, it's 5. And I'm like, okay, you're doing
All
50
the
milligrams. No, I'm doing
fancy
5.
pretty
That's 50.
colors, right? All the fancy. I'm not trying to downplay the company. Don't come for us. But all the fancy coloring, where on it, anywhere, does it say the percentage or the milligrams? I mean,
And that's got to be disclosed. Like, the customers need to know how much nicotine is in these
28
devices.
adjustable
They have
waters.
to.
Talks about the display, flow control, 30,000 puffs, 900 Zodiac edition. Nowhere on this pamphlet does it say anything about the milligrams or the percentage. I'm just stating facts.
Yeah.
Maybe it does on the
Now
box.
you're probably looking at me like, oh, you're over here vaping all like nonstop.
What percentage do you have?
I'm at 1.5.
Which is 1 point, which is
0.15%.
yeah. I didn't want to misquote that. Sorry.
Yeah, that's 0.15%. Literally, my next step down is 0.
Because I'm Nick high right now. So if you compare me and you, I'm all fucked up.
Yeah, where I'm literally just kind of vaping just for the flavor and not really the nicotine.
Because there's nothing wrong with salt nicotine in moderation if you don't have any other choice. Or if you're just coming
It's
off of
good
menthol cigarettes or something else, you know what I mean?
in my opinion, Salt Nick is good for just one to hit it a few times and then be satisfied. That
Yes.
is it.
Because
It's
I
not
don't
meant to me. It's not
no.
meant to sit there and just chain vape and no. You want chain vape? Do this.
I
This
don't
is
have
kind of more meant for chain vaping. Just
yeah,
saying.
because I don't have a choice because I had to quit for a while to go back to it basically because the state that I live in, let me tell you something, there's a 75% wholesale excise tax passed down to the customer. So you can imagine how much a bottle of juice, a coil, and a device is here. It ain't happening. It's cheaper to buy a disposable, unfortunately. Those
And
are
I
the
tell
facts.
people here, I'm like, especially when you're buying 2 disposables at a time, it's cheaper to buy a device and a bottle of juice.
Damn. Or you drive to another state, which isn't feasible for a lot of people,
Yeah,
especially with gas prices. So we're screwed. Or you quit vaping. Those are our choices here.
yeah.
Or unfortunately, a lot of people went back to smoking cigarettes, which a pack of cigarettes here is
Probably what,
12 to $15,
10 to 12, okay, 12 to 15. I
unless you want to
mean,
get the little.
here it's, we'll say 7 to 10. That's how much a pack of cigarettes will be here.
So imagine what a carton is.
Depends on what you smoke.
So who can afford to smoke cigarettes? You're better off vaping at that point.
Well, people do. When you are a cigarette user, and I know you're going to know where I'm coming from this. When you are a cigarette user, you have to bite that bullet when they raise the state taxes and whatnot. That's something, as a user, you do. Now, once it gets to a certain point where, if let's say you're spending $20 a pack, that's because at some point that's probably where it's going to end up going to. You really kind of got to weigh your options. Like, can you financially afford to smoke?
Fuck no. Cheaper buying a bottle of juice and a coil every other few days.
If you're paying $20 for a pack of cigarettes and you're a pack a day smoker, you kind of need to figure out, can you afford what, 20, 40, 60, 80, 120, 40? Can you afford 140 a week on your habit?
Nah.
Can you? Because vaping, you're not spending that a week. You're not even spending, you might not even be spending that a month.
Depends how much juice you're using, because I was using a lot at 3 milligrams.
So for me, maybe I go through a bottle maybe once every week, maybe every 4 or 5 days.
I was going through more than 100 mil. A little more than 100 mil.
Again, I'm at 1.5 and I'm going through about 100 mil a week. And I work at a vape shop.
Well, it was worse when I was working at a vape shop.
So Chelle right there kind of says, I'm not doing bad. Yeah, I mean, I'll hit a disposable when somebody offers, like, you want to hit this? I'm like, sure, I'll hit it. I'll hit this disposable because I can hit it. I can hit a disposable and not get addicted to that high amount of nicotine.
It's weird because sometimes I'll leave my nicotine vape at home, but I'll never leave my weed vape at home.
Well, weed's different.
It's hilarious. But after a couple, Alex will be like, yeah, eventually you'll notice, though. You'll notice you left that vape at home after about an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Your body will tell you.
But I'll notice the weed vape first. I'll be like, where's my marijuana vape?
And that's changed since the last time we've had something
What?
on the internet sphere. Weed's changed.
Yeah.
We got it legalized here in Ohio finally.
Yeah, about fucking time, bro.
And then on top of that, the DEA rescheduled it to Schedule 3.
But I mean,
Now it's on the same level as Tylenol with codeine.
yep. Means nothing for us personally, but
It just it allows the government to get their hands on it. That's all it allows, and I'm okay with it.
I'm gonna show you how.
People want to bitch about taxes and everything. I'm like, you know what?
Look,
The fact that I could just go to a store now and grab what I need to grab and not have to worry about nothing, I'll take it.
I'm gonna show you what I'm working with. Okay.
Look at this pothead over here.
All right. So I've increased my collection since last time. All right. So this is lemon slushy. This is an indica by Electric Underground. Right. This is pineapple whip. This is a hybrid. This is by Electrical Underground. So this was 4 for $100. So we got these on a deal. We'll just say that, because some people have a card and we can, but yeah. All right. Yeah, we got those 4 for $100, no tax. Erica got 2, I got 2. But this is first time we ever did that. We had our mom go in. So this is orange soda. This is a sativa. This is delicious, right? So we got that one. Then this one, no. One of those is orange soda. Wait, that's orange soda. What's this one?
Show is so lost right now. Where did that go?
That's orange soda. Oh, that's pina colada. That's Alex's. That's why I didn't know. And then this is pineapple cookies. It's an indica.
Okay.
It's live resin. So the difference between live resin and a regular cartridge is more like terps. It's more for flavor. And the thing I like about live resin is it's darker, but the darker it is the more closest to the plant it is. And I like live resin. It's like it'll tickle your nose hairs. I like live resins because it'll get you. And then this is Coca Bamba. It's a hybrid live resin. And then this is a holiday brand. So this is a hybrid. This is s'mores.
Okay.
It's almost gone. One of my favorite. And then this is holiday. This is golden hour. I usually do not like watermelon anything, as we know.
Mm-hmm.
But so there's a guy at the dispensary. He's hilarious. So you remember the wheelies shoes?
No.
The shoes that turn into skates?
No.
Okay, so some of you may remember back in the day.
Oh, wheelies, yes.
So there's this.
I thought you said we, like as in like the we, and I'm like, no, okay, I don't remember nothing in the we, no, like that.
So I gotta tell you guys this story. So there's a guy at Nature's Medicines that works there, and he has wheelies. Same experience Erica had, same experience Alex had, same experience I had. So this guy, you go in high when you go in this dispensary, you have to. So every time you go in, this guy automatically recommends the highest THC no matter what. So anytime the three of us go in, he's like, I got just the thing for you, because he knows the three of us. He's like, I'm like, which one of this brand do you got then? Because he's like, it tastes like strawberry hubba bubba, but it's strawberry watermelon coconut. But the first time each of us went in, we asked for something, right? We got our thing. And all of a sudden, because we first started working there, I could swear to God, he floated, right? He was standing there because I didn't know he had the shoes with the skates. Because anybody goes in there high and sees this guy do this. Because I've also known other people that went in there and was like, what the fuck? Because, you're going high. And he's standing there, and all of a sudden, he just zooms away. And you're like, at first, you don't know what the hell's going on. Because you do not expect anybody to be standing there and it just start floating away. You know what I mean? It's just the funniest thing ever to see. Wheelies guy. We just all call him Wheelies guy.
Wheelies guy.
Yeah. And the other day I go in and we won't say the percentage, but I get a 5-pack of shorties. Yeah. I think I think once the other states realize, how do I say this? The higher percentage that they give out to people, the calmer people become and the more stoned people are.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, the better society is.
Here's my
As
question.
long as it doesn't make people too ridiculous. You know what I mean?
So here's my question for like us.
Oh, and gummy bears.
Um, they're talking about 50%.
That's too much. 42% is already pushing it. Trust me.
What are you talking about?
Are you talking about percentage of THC?
Yes.
Okay. I will say 42%.
I'm talking about concentrates.
Oh, well, they're giving out 92% cartridges here, 90.
That's what I'm talking. I'm not talking about flour because you're not
okay.
really going to be getting that much in flour.
Okay, 42% flour is already pushing it.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that's one powerful thing right there.
That's already pushing it.
Yeah, if they max us out at 50% on concentrates,
that's not high enough for wax.
That's not. It's not like I think I'm on like 78, 82%, somewhere around there.
What? I could get like 97, 96%.
Different states. Different states have a different amount they're allowed to sell percent-wise.
You just got to give it time. You just legalized it. Once they realize the more stoned people are, the better. How much are you paying for wax per gram?
So let me put it this way. When I go up there, so I picked up 26 grams for 200.
In Michigan?
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm talking about Ohio.
Right now, if I was to get off the streets, because that's the only way you can get it right now.
No, I'm talking about Ohio. What is it rec?
I don't know. We don't have any dispensaries open yet.
But I'm wondering what it will run and what is the tax? Is it like Mass where it's 20%, 17?
I think it's 15%. I think it's 15% tax.
Only 15?
I think that's what we agreed on. 15.
Because Mass is 20, 17 of the state, 3% of the town. Damn, you guys. Made me choke on
I don't know.
I'm
not really gonna know until things really start moving in gears.
I almost choked on my coffee. I'm like, I really thought about that for a second. I'm like, 15%.
Yes, you did. Because when people are talking about like, 50%, I'm like, 50% on concentrates, like that's extremely low. Like,
if you're
I'm already dabbing a lot as it is, and I'm at like this is the sativa. No, this is a hybrid. This is 74.54%.
Yeah, you're just gonna have to quit dabbing and smoke. You might as well just quit dabbing at that point. My guy, I'm in 50% shit. What are the cartridges? Are the cartridges going to be the same? Like,
I don't.
That must be all concentrates. That's nuts. Oh, that's no, man. That means live resin. That means everything. I'm really thinking about that. That sucks.
Yeah, just think about that. Like, this is like.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
So this bag is full. This bag is full.
We
These
gotta
bags
start
are all
somewhere.
full of concentrates at the moment.
We got to start somewhere. But I'm really processing this, and I'm like, that includes diamonds. That includes live resin.
Yes, that includes the whole concentrate spectrum.
Diamonds have to
If
be.
that maxes out at 50%,
Don't diamonds have to be at least like 85 to 88% or 82?
diamonds are normally more.
Over 90%, 91%.
Normally, yeah.
I'm like, that doesn't even make any sense. Like, they wouldn't even be able to do diamonds. Like, that wouldn't even be a thing.
Yeah, I really don't know what. This is why I'm ready to see what. This is why I'm kind of ready to see a dispensary open up, because I want to know what I'm walking into.
You're like, I'll be driving north.
Because I hear so many different things from different people about what the state's doing with it and whatnot.
You're like, yeah.
I've heard that we got. Oh, this would have been last week. 6 weeks till we get a dispensary going. But I've also heard November.
Mass may suck for a lot of things, but at least we can get weed, man. Jeez.
Yeah.
But the fucked up thing is, and I keep saying it, they banned flavored vapes and flavored blunts the same year they legalized weed. Like, I don't understand.
I don't understand that either. Just ass
like,
backwards, because
like,
those, like, to me, those two kind of go hand in hand. They're separate, but they go hand in hand. Like, much like if you're a stoner, back before we started vaping, because we were stoners. Tell me after you got done smoking a joint, you didn't light up a cigarette.
If you want, you could go to the dispensary up the road and get a cartridge flavor, 0.5 gram grape backwoods. They have a grape backwoods cartridge flavor. Can you explain that to me?
I can't. Especially, I don't know why you would want to do backwoods unless you were smoking a blunt.
I'm just saying.
I don't get that.
If I want to go get flavored blunt wraps, we have to drive to Connecticut, Maine, New Hampshire.
Yeah.
I have to go to another state to buy flavored blunt wraps. Does that make any fucking sense to you?
No.
It's because, or I have to buy CBD wraps with no nicotine.
Yeah, it makes no sense whatsoever.
But yeah, it's crazy. But, we just adapt here, or we buy fucking, yeah, it's crazy here. But we adapt. And did you know Massachusetts is the #1 most expensive state to live in?
Oh, I can believe it.
I won with that one.
I could believe that.
I was reading this morning that houses on Cape Cod, I don't live on Cape, I live across the bridge now, but houses on Cape Cod, right, that were once $30,000, $80,000, $100,000, 30 years ago, people are now buying for over $1 million.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just like, how is that even possible?
I mean,
how does it inflate that much just because it's the ocean?
You would be
just because it's the Atlantic Ocean. I don't.
So understand. I know I don't live there, but let's take here for example. Okay.
I just don't get it. It's the fucking ocean.
When we bought this, 78. Now
that's it. I remember you telling me, but now that I've been here for a while, I'm like
78. Now our value is 178.
I told you to buy the house when you did, man, and aren't you glad you did?
So the value of the house has doubled since we've been here.
Aren't you glad you bought it?
And we not on top of that, we've also done things. Obviously, we've done things to increase that value even more. So
why is it doubled?
That's how insane the market has gotten over the last 4 years.
I predicted this. I didn't predict it to double though. I kind of did, but I
Yeah.
kind of didn't. But it's kind of crazy to know it doubled in Ohio. That's
I don't know
nuts.
if it doubled, but I mean, we.
That's crazy.
I would probably say if we were to sell this house, we would probably get an extra 100,000.
Wow.
Yeah. So we would actually make our money, and then we would make back what we paid, and then we would make more. So, but we still have another year till we can even think about selling. You have to wait 5 years. So
You've been
with
there
it,
4 years already?
August, I think my birthday, we would be here 4 years officially.
Shut the fuck up. No, you have not.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, we bought the house during the pandemic.
I feel like you just left the apartment.
No, we've been here for going on 4 years.
Stop lying.
I'm not. I had the paperwork to prove when we closed on the house.
How long have you had Dom?
3 years?
Damn, time flies.
Yeah, he's going on 3 years this year.
Damn.
And he's kind of already getting kind of gray on around the mouth a little bit.
Wow. Where'd all the time go?
And Daisy's getting even grayer.
Wow. It's so weird not to have. I was just thinking a few minutes ago how weird it is to not have them barking and coming in and bugging you. It's like, where are they at?
They still do it, but not as often as they did.
It's like, where's Daisy and Dom right now? Usually
they're in the house with Jess.
Usually Dom's like, woof, 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 woof. Is he still a pain in the ass?
Oh yeah. He'll come out here and he'll chill for like a half hour or something like that. And then he'll just start his bullshit. He'll just like, ruff, ruff. And I'm like, no, Dom, go lay down. Ruff. And I'm like, dude, no. Ruff.
He still
and
does
then,
that
and then
shit?
he go, and I'm like, all right. And then I get up, and then they'll all get all hyper. They'll all start running around in here, and I'm like, get your asses outside.
Oh my God, he still does it.
Oh yeah.
Aw.
But then there's times he'll literally come out here and he'll just chill for hours and just be chill.
Aw.
And then there's times where he'll be out here for like a half hour and then he'll be like, yep, I'm ready to go inside.
That's his personality, I guess. That's cute, though.
So, yep.
I'll never forget the time. I got to find that clip where Daisy slapped the shit out of you. I'll never forget that. It's one of my favorite moments.
It's probably still there on my Twitch channel.
Fucking hilarious. She just slaps the shit out of you.
On my original Twitch channel, because now I have 2 Twitch channels. And I have to have people ask me, like, why do you have all these different channels? Because YouTube alone, I have 3 different YouTube channels. Twitch, I have 2 different Twitch channels.
Coffin. What were they? I know, Coffin Josh. Oh, no, that's your contact name. That's what you're saved in my contacts as. Oh, my God.
The original was Darth Joshin.
Darth Joshin.
That was the original. And then it was turned into Coffin Josh.
Coffin Josh.
Then it became CJ Space Cadet.
CJ Space Cadet.
And then it went to Josh Ada Stoner.
ADA.
ADA Stoner.
Ada. I love that one. That's my favorite because
that's the current
total clerical error. Don't let him fool you.
I'm like, cool. It's done. And then all of a sudden I looked down and I saw the additional A and I'm like, fuck.
That's what you get for trying to do it on an iPhone.
Yeah, I was doing that work and I'm like, cool, done. Next thing you know, I'm like, ADA, and I'm like, fuck. I mean, it's Twitch. You have to wait, I think, 30 days before you even try. 60 days before you even change it again. So, everybody in the community at that time was like, keep it. It's actually really cool. And I'm like, all right, I'll keep it.
I laughed.
I'll keep it.
So hard.
That is the story of how that name came about.
I laughed so fucking hard.
And then I started getting into music and other things, and that's where the other Twitch channel comes into play. It's more for the music side of things. But I don't really, I'll be honest, I haven't really been on Twitch. I've been focusing a lot on YouTube. Just because YouTube has that longevity where your content stays there unless you delete it.
Yeah.
Where Twitch, you have 30 to 60 days before it's gone.
Yeah.
So, speaking of, I think we touched base on this last week. The whole Sony Xbox ordeal. Are you familiar with the stuff going on over the last, we'll say, month
What?
between Sony and Xbox? They're not fighting against one another, just all the different bullshit they're doing.
No, what are they doing?
So, I told you about Helldivers 2. You looked into it and whatnot. So, because Helldivers 2 is cross-play between PC and PlayStation, and granted, it's a PlayStation Studio Games release, or just PlayStation Studios. They didn't make the game; they're just the develop. They're the publisher. That's the word, publisher. Well, they decided to alienate 121 countries by requiring them to have to log on to the PSN in order to play Helldivers 2.
Oh boy.
Now, the PSN is blocked in 121 countries.
Why?
That's their government. The government put a block to it. They're not allowed to have that. They're allowed to have Steam and purchase Steam games and stuff, but they can't have PSN. I don't know. I don't make the rules. I just pay attention to the news when it comes to this shit. So, there were people that had 200 and some hours in Helldivers 2 asking for refunds from Steam, and Steam would give them their money back because of what PlayStation did. So they took Helldivers, the Helldivers community, took Helldivers from a overwhelmingly positive review and tanked it all the way down to negative. All on purpose. And the studio behind Arrowhead Studios, they were like, we support you guys. If you guys want to do this, because this will demand a change that needs to happen, do it. So it went negative. Within, I think, 48 hours, Sony backtracked and said, so this update that was supposed to happen, we're no longer going to require you to have to log into PSN. The community won.
Damn.
So you have that. That's the whole ordeal with Sony. Then last week, Xbox decided to shut down 3 game studios. Just red ringed them. And the game studios, one was Redfall, which they have admitted nobody who worked on Redfall wanted to work on Redfall. They were kind of forced into making Redfall. And Xbox is like, well, we're going to shut you down. So they shut down Arcane Austin. Then the developers who make Hi-Fi Rush, which was a very successful game, which was I forget the Tango Studios. They decided to shut them down. So, when Xbox decided to buy all these big corporate like Bethesda, Activision, all those and all the small studios that came with it, we thought that was a good thing.
Yeah.
Now we're looking to it like, no, it's not.
Yeah.
Now, granted, probably some new studios will develop from these closures, but there's also going to be ones that are really good game developers that are going to leave the industry. So, I'm a gamer. I'm a nerd. When it comes to this shit, because you know me, I'm a variety streamer. I play anywhere from indie games to whatever. Like, I enjoy playing games.
Yeah, the game that I want to get next in the Sony store for the PS5 is the Tomb Raider collection. It's $22. It's the Tomb Raider 1, 2, 3.
They're remastered, aren't they?
Yep, from the PC collection of 98. I can't remember the 3 right now because I'm stoned, but basically it's the first 3 from the PC collection remastered, revised basically for $2. Because the newer ones, I've seen other people play them. I'm kind of like, I kind of just want to play the first 3.
And I get that. I really haven't played Tomb Raider since I was a kid.
Me too. I wanna see Lara Croft get it in old school style.
I know.
Playing on console, I guess. I don't know. I've never done it.
I know once I'm done doing this and I get time to stream today, I'm gonna be working on Hellblade 2. It just came out yesterday, so I'm gonna try to get. I'm trying to get in on the hype,
Oh shit.
Um,
Is it on PS5?
No, it's on Game Pass.
Oh shit. Alex is gonna be very disappointed.
It might be on. It might be on PlayStation 5. I just know it's on Game Pass. It might.
Oh damn.
Well, speaking of that, you were talking about Vertigo Comics yesterday.
Yes.
I haven't had a chance to really dive deep into it.
Yeah. So my boyfriend.
Just what we talked about. So fill us in. What do you want to talk about with this?
So my boyfriend introduced me to the Marvel Comics world, the DC Comics world. Honestly, I didn't really know much about it. So I was on Netflix and I came across Dead Boy Detectives. And I like to research what I'm watching, and I was like looking up Dead Boy Detectives.
What is Dead Boy Detectives?
And so Dead Boy Detectives is, and Rowena from Supernatural is in it.
Okay.
Forget her real name right now. She has an Instagram. I'd have to fact check, look her up, but I don't have my tablet right now. I'd have to get it, her real name. Let me get my tablet. It's about two ghosts. I don't want to give spoilers.
Just synopsis.
Hold on, let me get my tablet.
I would just do a brief synopsis. You don't got to break down every episode or just be like, main story is just these two dead ghosts trying to figure out why they died. I don't know. I don't know. That might be what it is. I don't know.
Yeah, so it's two dead teenage ghosts who work along a girl named Claire to solve mysteries. for people. And then there's a witch involved, basically, who gets in their way. And then there's Rowena, who plays, let me get her name, Ruth Connell. That's her name. So Ruth Connell, who she plays a really interesting part, which she plays a night nurse, which we've never seen that character ever played before.
Okay.
She basically plays the lost and found department for missing children that have died. It's a very interesting part to play, and it's just a very good show. You just, a lot of stuff that happens in it you just don't see in any other show. And then it ties to the Sandman universe. Now this show, I can't really get into. It's more like Josh's and my boyfriend Alex's type of show. More of like a darker. It's basically, it's a cosmic being who controls all dreams, and he journeys across different worlds and timelines. And within the first 10 minutes, you see someone like sucks dreams from someone's head or some shit. And I'm just like, yeah,
So it's like a multiverse type or
yeah.
deal in a way.
But from what I understand, Death plays the same character in both universes, and that's how it connects. But DC Comics Vertigo, let me look this up so I can know what I'm talking about. This tablet's slow. DC Comics Vertigo. It's a side project. Was imprinted DC Comics that published comics with adult content from 93 to 2020. Vertigo's purpose was to allow more creative freedom. Wait a minute. I don't know what that AI overview is. Was imprint American Comic DC Publisher Comics, started by Karen Berger in 93. It was a published comics with adult content such as nudity, drug use, profanity, and graphic violence that did not fit the restrictions of DC's main line, thus allowing more creative freedom. Its titles content Its house consists of company-owned comics set in the DC universe, such as The Sandman, Hellblazer, Preacher, Y, The Last Man, and Fable. So basically,
Hold on, you're muted. Chelle, we can't hear you. You're muted.
did you guys get any of that? Somebody was
No,
calling.
repeat all that.
Vertigo Comics was an imprint of American comic book publisher DC Comics, started by editor Karen Berger in 93. Vertigo's purpose was to publish comics with adult content such as nudity, drug use, profanity, and graphic violence that not fit the restrictions of DC's main line, thus allowing more creative freedom. Its titles consist of company-owned comics set in the DC universe, such as The Sandman, Hellblazer, creator-owned works such as Preacher, Y, The Last Man, and Fables. So basically, it was a
Did you say Preacher?
Yeah.
I've heard of Preacher. I haven't watched it, but I've heard of it.
So basically, it's a side project so they could do things that didn't fit the mainstream, so they could do stuff like supernatural stuff, bit, darker stuff that they could do. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then Marvel's version of that is Spotlight.
Yep. Okay.
Let me look up Marvel Spotlight. Marvel Spotlight. So we can read both of them. The comic anthology published by Marvel Comics as I know Moon Knight is on it. Book anthology series published by Marvel Comics, The Trial Book. A start from Marvel's Trial Book said most of the featured characters made their first appearance in the series. Ran for 33 issues from 71 to 77. It was 3 trial books proposed by Stan Lee after he transitioned from being Marvel Comics writer to his presence as publisher. What? Is this the page I was looking for?
This what is this?
You
Pretty
see,
Pebbles 99.
Echo started with Echo. I think Marvel Spotlight's newer.
Ooh.
Older but newer. I think 71 to 77.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I think Spotlight was like between the 70s and 80s.
Basically, what they're doing is they're bringing back. What I really like is they're bringing. It looks as if they're bringing back old stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and they're making stuff with the older stuff, which is pretty cool. Trying to find examples of. So who was under Marvel Spotlight? Ghost Rider,
Ghost Rider, Moon Knights.
Hawkeye.
What was Hawkeye under Spotlight?
Not sure. This is
And
Avengers Spotlight. Solo Avengers? No, I don't think so. What is Marvel Spotlight?
kind of the B tier heroes, I would probably say would be a safe bet. Hawkeye, Ghost Rider, Moon Knights.
What is Marvel Spotlight? New banner MCU connections explained. Let me send you this link.
What we can do, if you are interested in learning more about Marvel Spotlight, I'll put the link in the description. That way you guys can read up on it. So yeah, send me the link whenever you want to, Chelle, and I'll put it in
Let
the
me see if I can
description.
pull this up in the thingy thing. Because it's a newer thing they're doing. I
Mm-hmm.
think that's really why I can't find anything on it.
So yeah, I'll put that in the description of this episode so that way everybody can kind of read it. Look at the time here. All right. So cool. All right. Because I'm just trying to keep things going because I know I only have a certain amount of time with you.
I guess Echo was one of those. Okay.
I'm not familiar with Echo.
Oh, you didn't watch Echo?
Mm.
Oh,
Is it a show?
yeah.
Oh, that goes to show what I know. I don't know. So let's get into your rant of the day.
Oh boy.
Ozempic.
And I told Erica about it too. You know what her response was? Oh, that's real fucking smart.
So
So she had the same reaction I did. So it wasn't just me.
because when I told you about it, you're like you're lying. You're bullshitting. And I'm like, I promise you, I swear to
I
God,
was
I
like,
am not
he's
bullshitting.
messing with. I thought about it. He was like, he's
This
fucking around with me.
I've been watching some stand-up comedy over the last 24 hours, okay?
He's fucking with me. You're still
Ozempic
fucking.
has been a topic for people to weight loss for the last 4 months. At least.
I don't fucking
At least.
pay attention to the news around me most of the time.
Well, it's not really newsworthy. The news ain't reporting on, oh, the celebrities are doing Ozempic or whatever.
I don't give
It's social media. Social media is catching up on, like, hey, these are doing Ozempic, and it's just like,
I don't care what the celebrities are doing, to be honest. I don't Let me not say that. The first episode back. Let me not be too wild. Let me
I
not.
mean, just be honest. Like, it's a diabetic medication, correct?
Yes, it's insulin. Diabetics. Okay, I know people who are out in diabetes medicine, right? Like when you're diabetic, so there's different stages. So you have borderline diabetic. So borderline diabetic, you're like on the edge, right? So you can change that with diet and exercise. You can totally reverse that. Then you have pre-diabetic. Pre-diabetic means you're really skating a thin line there, bud. You better change your shit or else. Then you have diabetes. I don't really know the difference between type 1 and type 2. Just basically diabetes,
Obvious.
pill diabetes. Now you're taking pills. So they don't want you to have a glucose meter apparently anymore unless you're on the insulin because there's no point in obsessing over what your sugars are unless you're on insulin. Oh no, my sugars are this. I found this out the other day. Oh no, my sugars are this. Well, you're taking a pill. There's no point. There's not going to change anything if
No.
you're taking a pill, which makes sense. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So you're taking a pill, right? Nobody wants to be on insulin, right? Unless you
No.
absolutely have to be on insulin. And if you're taking insulin for no fucking reason, you're fucking yourself up. And what's going to happen if everybody's going around taking insulin, they're going to pull this medicine from the market from people who actually
That's what
need
I
this
needed.
medicine.
Yep. And that's something that I've been seeing is because people are trying to use Ozempic as a weight loss drug
Boy,
that is becoming harder for patients to get.
and the other
They're not
problem
making that drug like everything else in the world. Like it's.
like okay, I have epilepsy, right?
Mhm.
So if people go around and they're like, well, this epilepsy medicine is going to give me weight loss. Well, if you take epilepsy medicine when you don't need epilepsy medicine, it might give you seizures if you take it, but I might lose weight, but I don't give a fuck. Well, it might give me seizures, but I might lose 10, 20, 15 pounds. Well, you're an idiot. Yeah, but I'll lose 10 pounds. Like, it's the same thought process. Like, hello? You're going to ruin your pancreas. You're going to give yourself sugar issues on the process. And the link that you sent me, I clicked on. And if you click on the name, if you read the fine print, these same people had issues, got sick, got too sick.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So it's like, I have teenage daughters. So it's like, if these are the people shaping our future, these are the people having influence, these are the people doing dumb shit. And it's like, it doesn't add up. So, like, number one, this drug is going to be pulled from the market from the people who need it. Number two, you're going to ruin your pancreas. Number three, you're going to end up dying or getting really sick, or you're going to end up with diabetes or with sugar issues. Is it really worth the 10 pounds? Is it?
20 pounds, 30 pounds.
Is it really worth it? Is it
I
really worth
mean,
it?
if they really wanted to capitalize on this and not, they need to figure out what in that medication is able to cause the weight loss.
Who gives a fuck? It's a diabetes medicine. Leave it alone.
Listen to what I'm saying. You're already jumping to diabetes medication. I haven't got to where I'm talking about yet. If they're able to figure out what is causing the weight loss and able to remove the insulin and the diabetic the diabetic aspect of that, and just have it be a specific weight loss supplement, I think it would do good.
Regular diet and exercise.
There ain't nothing wrong with a little booster either.
I get that, but
But don't just rely on a medication to make you lose weight.
This is not the way to fucking do it.
Ozempic, no.
I don't know who sat around and said, yo, I'm going to shoot myself up with Ozempic. Like, what the fuck?
It was somebody was probably on it, probably through diet, probably legitimately using it as a diabetic medication. It was like, oh wow, I lost 30 pounds. Like, how did you lose 30 pounds? Like, what did you do? Like, I don't know. I just started taking Ozempic. And then next thing you know, it turned into this craze of people want to use Ozempic to lose weight when it's not meant for weight loss. They have said it's not meant for weight loss.
And social media has just, I don't know.
Because these celebrities, the influencers, like I'm using Ozempic to lose weight. Yeah, they're saying they're using it, but they're not telling you what the side effects of that is.
Nope.
You're seeing the results. That's what they want to show you. Here's the results of what I'm doing, but they're not telling you they're shitting their brains out for a month straight, every day,
Just
shitting their brains out. Because that's what I've heard. I've heard it gives you mass diarrhea for a full month.
It's just not good.
There's something wrong if you have diarrhea every day for a month. There's something wrong. It's probably fucking up your GI tract.
And destroying your pancreas because it's a medication that you're not supposed to have if you don't have diabetes. Like, hello? Look, I seriously thought Josh was fucking. I thought he was messing with me. I'm like, stop.
No, I'm not.
You're joking. He had to send me a link. I was like, he's messing around. Come on.
Well, once I was able to send the link and have the proof of that being legit,
I was like, he's playing.
I was like, she's like, are you? Your reaction was just like, you are fucking kidding me right now. I'm like, nope.
Erica was like, oh, that's real fucking smart. I was laughing. I was walking to work. I was cracking up. So I was like, that's the same reaction I had. She didn't know about it either. She was I was cracking up. I was like, yep. Like, that's who's influencing our youth right there. That's where we're going.
We're going back to the Tide Pod challenge.
Pretty much. It's just like, wow. Well, here we go.
Only this time celebrities are doing it.
I just, wow.
No, I get it. I mean, I don't know. Does Drake have diabetes? Does Drake have diabetes?
Who?
Drake.
I don't know what he's got.
Because he's prescribed it. Yes, I've seen his actual. If you've been following the beef, you know Kendrick released the cover of his prescription for it.
Their songs are way too long. I went to listen to one of them. I'm like, really? 7 minutes?
Euphoria is long. Family Matters is long.
7 minutes, guys.
I don't care. Not Like Us is an absolute banger.
I'm
absolute banger.
I don't know if I have 7 minutes.
Not Like Us, I think is like 4 minutes long. Catchy as hell.
I guess when I'm at work.
He kind of nailed that coffin down. Drake came back with My Heart Part 6 or Part 5, whatever which one it was. And then at that point, I'm like, yeah, this battle's done. And they haven't done anything since. As far as I know, they haven't released anything new. So it's done.
Well, at work, I listen to my 420 Stoner rap playlist because, like, I can't really mess with the songs. I can only listen to it if the GM's not there. And I can only have one earbud in. And I like the earbuds now because like I have the iHome version because I can like hit it and pause it. But the iHome brand, let me tell you about the iHome brand. Mine actually went through the washer and the dryer and survived. I don't know how this happened. Still works.
So it works.
I don't know
Yeah.
how, man.
I want to say I have the Samsungs.
I don't think an Apple brand would have survived.
Um,
I don't know.
I honestly prefer, if I'm listening to music, I kind of prefer over closed ears than buds.
At work, I gotta have buds. I can only have one.
Well, again, I'm mainly listening to those when I'm doing yard work or whatever. 95% of the time, I'm here listening to music in my car or through here.
I'm not gonna lie, I miss working at a smoke shop. I think about it every day when I'm working at pizza shop. I'm like, but working at a vape shop now, it's like I wouldn't even sell flavored disposables. You sell you sell clear disposables, tobacco disposables, a few flavor disposables, maybe. Well, clear disposables. You sell a lot of glass, but I don't really live near any of them anyway, and it's not the same world. And I think Kevin still works for them, pretty sure.
I have been. Yep. Kevin's doing his own thing.
Pretty sure he works for them still. That'd just be weird.
All right. Well, like I said, I figured I was going to take up to the last remaining of what we had. I know it's time for you to get going.
Yeah.
Because you have to go to work.
I volunteered to work today, and now I'm like, why did I do this? Because I need the money.
When you need the money, you gotta go to work.
I could stream, and then I'm like, I still haven't decided where I'm streaming it.
Either or's like, the big difference is you stream on Twitch, you're going to get the viewers because people are going to be like, oh, she's live. Your community will probably be there.
They're going to be like, oh, I know that name from somewhere, but I don't remember where because it's been a year.
But then you go into the point of where month to 2 months, that's gone. Where if you do YouTube, you may get no to one viewer, but that content's going to be there forever.
Forever.
As long as you don't have a copyright strike.
Oh, is that? Ooh.
Yeah. Now, granted, I have a couple games I've been playing that copyright, but it's not a strike. It's just copyright warning. But they have a lot of content anyway. And I'm not monetized, so I'm not too worried about that.
Oh, does YouTube allow smoking weed?
I know. So for me lately, I don't really stream with my camera on. I kind of just stream the game and have my mic on, and then when I do smoke, I just mute my mic and just smoke, and then cough, and I'll come back in.
I'll probably start that way.
Because with with game content and stuff like that, I want people to kind of focus on the game, not really me.
Yeah. Good point.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
But if we're doing something like this, yeah, I want the camera on. I want the camera to record the video and record a mic and all that stuff. You know. But I have seen videos of people smoke. I mean,
I know YouTube can be weary about it.
YouTube is a weird place.
It is Google, so
It's a weird place.
yeah, that's what I hear.
It's YouTube sandbox, and we're just playing in it. That's the best way to say it. You know. Same thing with Twitch.
Now, do you have to wait still 24 hours before you stream on one to the other?
I think they got rid of that.
Really?
I think Twitch finally allowed it where you can multi-stream now.
I also saw that recently Twitch updated its TOS again. I went into I was on my phone. I went into my dashboard and then they had a whole thing. I was like, what? Like, I was overwhelmed with how much they added. I couldn't even read it all. I was like, I don't even have time to read this all. They just keep adding things to their thing. I don't know why.
Sorry, I'm kind of writing down what we didn't cover this week for we could do next week.
All right.
All right, we got it. Because, yeah, those 3 topics alone, they'll probably be another half hour.
What did we miss?
I had Diddy down. Go over his whole ordeal. Fallout.
Fortnite season starting allegedly for that.
And then something I added today, Gypsy Rose Blanchard.
Huh?
Huh?
What's that?
You don't know who Gypsy Rose Blanchard is?
Sounds familiar.
She's the...
Oh, a lot of marijuana vapes.
She's the one that her mom told her she had that disease and she was confined to a wheelchair, and then her boyfriend killed her mom and she went to jail and she came out of jail and she's like a huge hero now.
Nah, I didn't hear about that.
Oh, yeah, okay. So yeah, we'll dive into that next week. That might be something for you to... I'll send you some links and stuff for you to get caught up on that one.
It sounds wild.
It really is. It really is how... Yeah, because... Yeah, we ain't got the time to talk about this. As much as I want to talk about it, I don't think we got the time. Unless you have the time.
No, I gotta get for work. I still gotta eat.
So, but yeah, so next week's episode, we will go over those couple topics. Diddy, the Fallout TV show, and Gypsy Rose. I think just to kind of give people a heads up on what to expect next week. I'll add on to that list, as the week goes. But that's all I got right now for this episode. Chelle, you had anything else you want to add?
Smoke them if you got them.
Smoke them if you got them.
Not cigs. refill.
Well, I mean, if you got cigs too, smoke them if you got them.
Well, yeah.
You know,
Marijuana cigarettes.
blaze that shit, homies. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, I'm getting ready to do one here once we get off here. So, but it was fun. I look forward to doing this with you next week. Be interesting to hear thoughts on those topics coming up. So,
I hear who this Gypsy Rose Highway.
yeah, I'll send you some. I'll send you some information on it because it blows my mind how. It just blows my mind because this is where we're kind of fucked up as a society. So,
Well, we know that already.
yeah. So, but anyways, I'm Josh,
I'm Chelle.
and this is something else to mess with. Thank you for joining us. Please leave a comment, hit a like, subscribe wherever you're listening to this podcast or watching. We appreciate it, and we will definitely catch you next week on the next episode. So,
All right.
all right, bye everybody.
Bye.